want this to like focus.
Oh, you missed it.
No, I got it.
Oh, okay.
I just don't know if it was in focus.
That's good.
Today to the Consumer Family Advisory Committee. I think I got the A right, but I could be wrong. It might be a different word, but I think that's right. About Jason's heart.
Yay!
I'm Jason.
That's Jason. Okay, let's roll.
I'm Jason. This is Lesa and McKenna. We're here with Jason's Heart. We're going to talk in a meeting today. North Dakota. Sorry. Yes. Hi, I'm Jason. I work with Soren Group as the IT Services Manager, but I'm also the Executive Director of Jason's Heart. And Jason's Heart and Soren Group works very close together. They are sister companies. Soren Group does the IT services, and then Jason's Heart is an apprentice program that works with people who are veterans re-entering the workforce, anyone who is considered low to moderate income, anyone who's gone through a behavioral health treatment program, or anyone who's gone through been released from custody. We have an apprentice program that is run for a year long. Our apprentices are paid for 40 hours of work. They go through classroom training, and then they also work side by side with our technicians, and they put that classroom training into real world context. And just like Lesa, the last 2 weeks, she's actually been on the phones. And so she's gone through, probably in the last 2 weeks, has learned so much more in, didn't you say, in the last 2 years of college?
I've learned more in the last 2 weeks than 2 years in college.
Just because you get that exposure, you get those questions, and then you have someone there who's able to put that into context, and then that's just another learning point that you can move on with.
Wow. I am the first Jason's Heart apprentice in the first IT apprenticeship in the state. So I guess I didn't realize I'd be pioneering this whole process, but it has been wonderful because for me, I guess my situation is a little bit unique. Because not only did I go to college and graduate with an IT degree, I'm an IT apprentice, but I'm also a trained peer sports specialist. So the reason why that's so special to me is because I get to provide support now in a different light to the people who supported me when I was trying to do my thing and trying to get my life together. So being able to do this and see and talk to the people who saw me at my worst, and now I get to see them at my best, is a wonderful thing. It really is something I can't describe. And Jason's Heart is nonprofit also, which is something I can completely appreciate. I did plan on working with nonprofits in some capacity, and so that's kind of how I wound up here. But Jason's Heart gave me more than just a job. Jason's Heart has given me an entire year of education, of hands-on training. Jason's Heart has given me pride and courage, and it has given me confidence that I did not have. I think that Jason's Heart brings the opportunity for people such as myself to start the conversation that there's this entire pool of people who will literally drive themselves harder than anyone can imagine to succeed and do well, and that's a conversation that is just in the beginning. It's brand new. It's a baby right now. There's a lot of trust that was lost as soon as I got a felony. And so hopefully now I'm being engaged with my community, being an apprentice at Jason's Heart, I can be a positive part of that conversation, you know. Hopefully I am building trust and showing organizations and people looking to hire that just because that happened doesn't make me dishonest, doesn't make me unable to recover. It doesn't make me anything except for a person who is trying to do better. So I'm glad it's opening up all of these conversations, and I'm really happy to be, I guess, the pioneer in this.
We know there's a lot of people out there who, you know, are able to work, who want to work, but because of different barriers that they have, you know, we want to try to provide opportunities for people who, you know, like the road that we're traveling down and would be a good fit. And that's what we're looking for, is to get our name out. With our applications open right now, you know, we wanted to definitely try to, you know, if anyone knows of anyone who would be a good fit, send them our way. That's just something that we can do to try to take a life and you know, see where they want to go and do our best to get them there.
And it sounds like your program is really supportive of where a person is at in their pathway. So if they were in maybe like a transitional living home, but getting ready to transition out of that, they could still work with you, because it just sounds like you guys are really supportive of, like, you know, helping someone grow in their pathway.
One thing we want to do is, someone that I know said this before, but we want to give a hand up to someone. And that's what we're trying to do, is provide the opportunity. We really need those services done before they start. But for example, our applications are open right now. They do close here in a week on the 15th, but our next class doesn't start until January. So if someone is in that transition period where they plan on, you know, being able to complete and move out, say, December 15th, you know, now they're at the place where, yeah, we could definitely work with them. So.
Gotcha. Okay.
And I'll add to that, the apprenticeship actually starts out with people metrics. It is a period of, it was pretty short. It was a couple of weeks, maybe a month, solid, of leadership skills, some budgeting stuff, you know, just kind of the basis and foundation that would be very beneficial to someone who is, you know, fresh out of AR, you know. And it was really good stuff, you know. We had some books to read and some discussions were had, you know. It just, the beginning was very much about building up, you know, building up myself, you know, what's going on in here, you know, like, yes, all that happened, but here we are. Here you are, you know, be your best, walk like a lion, move the line, people helping people. Those are the three fundamental things at Jason's Heart and at Soren Group. So, and that was really good for me, you know, not to just like start and expect me to fix a computer, you know. First it was, you know what, you're awesome. And so that was, I think, the best example I can think of meeting me where I was at the moment.
Yeah, that was one thing that we definitely wanted to do. We wanted to incorporate something into our class and have it right from the start. And that's something that I would say that you probably had the same type of subjects when you would go through like a recovery program. But we definitely, first thing we wanted to do is try to, you know, get that person to really focus on the inside. It's not always about tech, but it's about the person. Yes, sir.
So this round is closing now, and in a week potentially being extended, and then it's going to go for a year. But you said you plan on having 2 that are eventually going to be running concurrent.
Yep.
Is that when's the next?
Okay, so right now,
2-part question, by the way.
Yep, Lesa and Micah started in August.
August 15th.
They were supposed to start in July, but we wanted to make sure with the first run that, you know, everything was done right. Our next class will actually start in January. We'll wait about 6 weeks and then we'll put our applications out again for our July class. And then again, we'll put some out in October for our January class, and we'll just continue doing it that way.
It's like a rolling 6 months.
Yeah. So we will have 2 classes going at the same time. Starting in January, Lesa and Micah will be starting their second, you know, not really 6 months, but second 6 months. And the other class will just be starting, and then you'll just kind of go in blocks like that.
So one of the things that we do as a CFAC, particularly the membership committee, is that we have a quarterly newsletter that we send out. Right now we're working on the June, because we've already got like the holidays, we've already got the first quarter of next year, but the June, so the second quarter of 2023, we're currently looking to fill a spot where we can have like a community organization such as yours advertise and let known to the community what is going on through the newsletter. So I throw that out there to you as an offer. If you would like to have a write-up, an article on the newsletter that we send out to the region, it's the whole region, that's an open offer, and maybe you can time it in such a way with the applications where it would benefit that as well. Particularly, I'm thinking the October applications. So throw that out there. We can have an ongoing conversation.
I would appreciate
Yeah,
that.
totally.
I would. If you would like to send some information over, we can definitely make that happen. I appreciate that.
Yeah, totally.
Awesome.
Any other questions today? Any comments anyone wants to make?
I thank you for you and your wife for putting this together, because it's a really, really good opportunity to reduce some of that recidivism and giving hope to people like Lesa who might have been in that situation. I'm sure it felt hopeless at one point in time.
Very much so.
Yeah, and this gave you hope, and so I'm getting goosebumps, so thank you so much for creating this opportunity for people. Well, if nobody on the screen has any questions, or anyone here in the room, thank you so much for coming. Let's give them a round of applause here. Thank you so much.
I want to thank everyone for letting us have some time.
Yeah.
So I appreciate that very much.
Yes.
For sure.
Thanks
Yeah.
for having us.